miserable minions, welcome back to my channel. Today's video, I want to talk to you about leeches. Pet leeches to be exact, because I am the proud mother of a leech named Leche. Okay, so I just want to give you a little info on leeches so you can learn a little more about them, and maybe you'll learn something you didn't know, or if you think they're super scary. Now, have you seen the movie Stand By Me? I'm sure you remember that famous leech scene. I won't go into too much detail, but a lot of people think that if you go into a pond or a body of water, you're going to come out infested with leeches all over your body. North America, that's not necessarily true. A lot of North American leeches are, in fact, non-bloodsuckers. They eat vegetation, or they'll feed on earthworms, or frogs and fish. But the European leech is in fact a bloodsucker. And that is the kind of leech that I have. Now, the kind of leech I have is, okay, I wrote it down because I have a hard time pronouncing it. It's, and if I mispronounced it, forgive me, it's Hirudo medicinalis. You get the idea, something similar to that. And they are used in the medical field for patients, for bloodletting. And, you know, they're not exactly monsters. You know, stories and with leeches, there's always horror stories around them. Like, they're gross, they suck blood, they're gonna suck all your blood. But no, they can be lifesavers in the medical field. And the leech I have is indeed a medical leech. And so yeah, there's no parasites in my leech. They come from a sterile environment. So my leech, let me get her. My leech is a Hirudo verbana. I'm not sure how you pronounce it, but my thumb looks all giant. But that's what my leech is. Look at a little tail just swirling back and forth like a little swish, 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 swish. So cute. You're adorable. You're adorkable. Yes. So yeah, leeches aren't all that scary. They're used in the medical practice. Back then in ancient times, they would use them for headaches, you know, for all sorts of stuff. And today in modern medicine, I'm not sure if they cure headaches or not, but yeah, they cure back pain, arthritis, this varicose veins. There's so many purposes that you can use these leeches for when it comes to medical. Now, I actually did feed my leech. My husband fed my leech, and he said that he actually felt no pain in his hand a few days later. And because he always has hand pain and back pain and all that stuff. We're old. We're falling apart in these times. So yeah, it actually helped his hand. And it's not wise to share your leeches. As Leche has been fed by my husband, she'll primarily feed on him now. If I get my own leech, she'll be dedicated to me. If I get a batch from my sister, it'll be dedicated to my sister. Leeches don't necessarily spread diseases, but when a leech bites you, we'll pretend this is a leech. We'll pretend my ring is here is a leech. Now, when a leech bites you, they suck with their little suction cup thingies. They have two, one on the head part, one on the tail part. And when they bite you, they say you could just remove them, push them with your nail to get them off safely. But you know, if you've heard to burn it or just yank it off, that's going to cause the ill. Why do I keep saying ill? That'll cause the leech to actually regurgitate the blood, and thus, you know, the meal is coming back into your bloodstream, which could possibly cause some diseases and parasites and all that. So it's not wise to share a leech. So as you can see here, my leech is in this jar. This is fine. It's not going to hurt it. You can actually do a smaller jar or a bigger jar. You know, it's up to you how many leeches you have. But if you do have more than one leech, I wouldn't put them all together if one is fed and the rest aren't. You want to keep all your fed leeches together and all your unfed leeches together, or they could end up harming each other. So this is a glass jar, and it has a lid. You want to have a lid so your little buddy doesn't come crawling out. What are you sniffing? You feel my heat? You already ate. You already ate. You're like me and cookies. Just can't stop. Look at the way they point their nose. See the way they point their nose? It was hard to tell the light. But yeah, they point their little, not really a nose, but I like to call it a nose. And they point it and it's cute. And that's that. So what was I saying? I always get distracted by animal cuteness. Yeah, a jar. It can be as simple as you like. I wouldn't put them in an aquarium because they can get stuck in filters, or they can come out if they don't have a proper lid. Now, if you do have, there's a little bit of mucus there, it needs to be removed. If you do have a closed top like mine, I open mine every few days, well, every few days, at least several times a day. Just open it up, let some fresh air in there, and then I just close it back. Or you can use pantyhose, like stockings, tights, and you can put it over the opening so it can free breathe. But yeah, they are a little escape artist doing the wave. My worm is doing the worm. I believe that body movement is called scanning. That's really funny though. You scanning? See that closer? Sorry about the glare. Are you scanning? Woo, my worm's doing the worm. My worm does the worm. My worm does the worm. My eye look big. So yes, a jar will do. A jar with cold water or room temperature water. They do better in colder waters. So when you have your leech, you want to clean the water at least once a week because they shed their, which I just saw it was somewhere. Yeah, right there. They shed once a week. So you want to get that shed off. It's like a mucousy shed. I don't know if you can see it floating, but there's some floating in the water. I don't think it's picking it up. Well, it's kind of like right there. It's floating in there. And so yeah, you want to clean them about once a week. You can use tap water, but if you're going to use tap water, let it sit for a few days so the chlorine comes out and the water will be safe to use. And to store your leech, they don't like too much light. So you want to store it in a darker place where it's not too much light and some place that's not going to be extremely hot. You know, because you want a happy, healthy little minion. You're my minion doing the worm again. So let's go into some leech facts. So let's talk about the mouth part of a leech. They actually have 3 jaws and about 100 or so little razor sharp teeth waiting to break your skin and suck your delicious blood. When they bite you, they actually leave a little Y incision, which if you've seen my feeding video, I'm not sure if that's up before or after this, but if the feeding video is up, you'll see the little Y incision on my husband's hand. So do leeches have eyes? They don't have eyes the way we do, or say a cat or a fish, but they do have eye spots. And starfish have eye spots, and they basically just see shadows. Now leeches have 32 segments, and because they're a worm. A leech is a worm, a blood-sucking worm. That sounds scary, right? They have 32 segments, which means each segment has a brain. So they have 32 brains. Isn't that interesting? Now when it comes to feeding your leech, you only need to feed them. They can survive up to a year without a blood meal. And they live for 10 years. Now this is a pet. It's very easy to take care of. You only need to feed it like twice a year. Maybe every 3 to 4 months or 4 to 6 months. You know, it's up to you how much you want to feed your leech. I'll probably feed mine twice a year. If I use it for leech therapy, it'll be more often. But yeah, it's entirely up to you. They can go up to 1 year without eating. That's how slow their metabolism is. Alright, so I think I covered everything that I wanted to talk about. They're very easy to care for. They're unique. They start interesting topics with your friends. I don't regret it, not one bit. I'll probably end up getting more. I want more. So yeah, I hope you learned something, and I hope you overcame your fears about leeches. That they're not the monster that they're made out to be. Leeches and rats get so much hate, and snakes, they get so much hate, but people would just take the time to understand them, to learn. And that's why I'm here, to help you overcome your fears. Alright, so that is it for this video. I have been blabbering for quite a while. So I will see you in the next one. And remember, even though it's scary, just take the time to understand it. And maybe you too can learn to love and respect the creature, or whatever it is, also. Don't forget that subscribe button, and I will see you in next video.